I'm Jason Robinhood, and these are the stocks of the day for Monday, January 24th, 2022. Okay, so it is currently 3:32 p.m. here in Las Vegas, Monday, January 24th, 2022, and we're going to go over the stocks of the day. For today, the Dow Jones was plus 99 points. It currently trades at 34,364. The S&P 500 was plus 12 points. It currently trades at 4,410. And the NASDAQ 100 was plus 86 points. It currently trades at 13,855. The VIX was up today. It currently trades at a 29 handle. The VIX was plus 3 percentage points today, and the 10-year was unchanged at 1.776. Okay, in this series, we go over the best performance stocks of the day for the three indexes, and if we could find any stocks outside of the indexes. We did find one stock outside of the indexes. We found a stock, ticker symbol PIXY. As you can see, PIXY was up a little more than 39% today. That's a really strong move for a penny stock. This stock is actually up 36% for the week, and for the month, it's up 132%. So we are in a bear market. This is almost the end of the month. So if you're looking for a stock that's up this month, this stock is up over 132%, and it was plus 39% today. So maybe if you're a day trader, you probably will be looking at ticker symbol PIXY tomorrow, because that stock is looking like it's in an extreme bull market, even though the rest of us are in a bear market. Plus 132% for the year. Probably you want to keep an eye on ticker symbol PIXY. Okay, so in this series, we go over the top 5 stocks from each index. So we go over about 15, 16, maybe even 20 stocks sometimes in the good days. We're going to go over the top 5 best performance stocks in the Dow Jones. As I mentioned, the Dow Jones was down it was plus 99 points today. At the lows, the Dow Jones was down 1,100 points. But the Dow Jones but we did find 5 stocks in the Dow Jones that had a really good day. We found ticker symbol IBM, maybe IBM. IBM is down? Okay, maybe not IBM. I thought IBM had earnings and they were up 5%. Am I wrong about that? That seems shocking. Okay, let's start with ticker symbol HD. As you can see, HD was up a little more than 4% today. I don't know what happened to IBM. I thought IBM was up. I could have sworn IBM was up 5%. But ticker symbol HD is a part of the Dow Jones, one of the largest components of the Dow Jones, as the Dow Jones is price weighted. HD was up 4% today. For the past year, Home Depot is up a little more than 28%, so it's outperforming the Dow Jones. I think the Dow Jones is only up 17%. And for the past 5 years, HD Home Depot is up 169%, and it pays a 1.89 dividend. So a pretty strong performance from HD if you're looking for a Dow Jones company. Next stock is ticker symbol TRV, Travelers. As you can see, Travelers was up a little more than 3% today. It did not give back any of that in the after-hours market. That's a good move. Travelers is trading basically in line with the Dow Jones at 16% the past year. But for the past 5 years, Travelers is trading a little more, probably less than the Dow Jones. Past 5 years, only 42%, so it's averaging a little less than 10% per year. That's not a terrible move, and it pays a 2.15 dividend, 2.15% dividend. So not a bad move if you're looking for kind of a blue chip company for the Dow Jones. The next stock in the Dow Jones we found was Nike, ticker symbol NKE. As you can see, Nike was up a little more than 2% today. For the past year, Nike's only up 5%, so it's underperforming the Dow Jones. For the past 5 years, Nike is actually up 175%. So that's a really, really strong move. Clearly over, how much is that? That's clearly over 20% per year. It's averaging for the last 5 years. If you were a long term investor in the stock, Nike pays a little less than 1% dividend, so probably not a stock that I'll be looking forward to adding to my portfolio. Next stock for the best performing in the Dow Jones is ticker symbol CRM, Salesforce. As you can see, Salesforce was up a little more than 2% today, give almost 0.25% back in the after hours market. Not really a great sign. But Salesforce is actually down the past year. It's down 3% the past year, so it's clearly underperforming the market and the Dow Jones. But for the past 5 years, Salesforce is up 193%. You can see clearly about a few months ago, maybe 3 months ago, this stock was at all-time highs in November. Let me see, November 5th, around $307. So it's basically sank since November 5th. Let's see, it's down 25% in the past 5 months. In past 3 months. Maybe there's a bottom that's been in place. Maybe people are buying the stock around this price if you probably want to get in around here. So it's probably not a bad price. It looks like the lows was around $208 if you're looking for a bottom in the stock. And the last stock we're going to go over for the best performance stocks in the Dow Jones is ticker symbol CSCO. Cisco. Cisco actually went negative in there. What's going on with the Dow Jones chart today? And let me see UNH. Did that stay positive? UNH barely stayed positive. I believe UNH is the largest component of the Dow Jones because the Dow Jones is price weighted. So I think $462 a share is the highest stock in the Dow Jones. But you can see UNH, ticker symbol UNH, was up a little less than 0.25% today. For the past year, it's up 33%. So it's basically doubling the Dow Jones. And for the past 5 years, a pretty strong chart, almost up 200% for the past 5 years. So I'm pretty sure if you are a long-term investor, a stock like UNH is already in your portfolio. I believe it pays a 1.21% dividend. So a pretty strong stock, one of the best performance stocks. And from what I remember, it should be the largest component of the Dow Jones, as the Dow Jones is price weighted. So yeah, there you have it. Those were the 5 best performance stocks of the Dow Jones. As I mentioned, the Dow Jones was up 99 points. Today, it currently trades at 34,364. We want to keep an eye on that 34,000 mark. Hopefully, we can break above it and get to 35,000. Next 5 stocks we're going to go over are the 5 stocks for the S&P 500. The S&P 500 was up 12 points today. The first stock we're going to go over in the best performance stocks in the S&P 500 is Gap. As you can see, Gap was up 8% today, so a very, very strong move. The best performance stock in the S&P 500 today was ticker symbol GSP. Let's see. For the past year, this stock is actually down almost 25%. And for the past 5 years, this stock is down 28%. A really, really bad chart. And it pays a 3% dividend, but being down 28% and being paid 3% per year is not my kind of stock, I would say. Next stock we're going to go with for the best performance stocks in the S&P 500 is ticker symbol GNRC. GNRC. As you can see, GNRC was up almost 6% today. It did not give any of that back in the after hours market. That's always a good sign. GNRC is only up 2% the past year. That's not really good. I believe the S&P 500 is up 27%. I'm pretty sure it's probably giving some of that back. But you can say S&P 500 is up a little more than 20%. So this stock is definitely underperforming the S&P 500, maybe by even up or more than 20 to 25%. But for the past 5 years, this stock is a rocket. It has gone all the way up 643%. You can see last November also, that's when this stock kind of topped out. I don't know why November. Well, October 29th, it was trading around almost $500 a share. Wow, what happened to this? This stock is down 40% in the last 3 months. So, wow, that's a tough one. Does it pay a dividend? It does not pay a dividend. Maybe there's a bottom here happening with this stock. You could see there's a bounce here at 271. So those $15, if you're looking to get into that stock, this stock, you probably want to keep your eye on that 271 mark. Next stock for the best performance stocks in the S&P 500 is ticker symbol PAYC. As you can see, Paycom was up a little more than 5%. It did not give any of that back in the after hours market. Oh my God. This stock is down 20% in the past year. You see, it has just sank. The market kind of topped out last November, right? You can see that almost a lot of these charts kind of all went up to November, and just so many stocks have sold off since November, almost 3 months of selling. But you can see this stock was at 553 November 2nd, 2021, and now it currently trades at 326. So the past 3 months, this stock is down 40%. Another pretty tough chart. But it is up over 568% the past 5 years. You can see it has highs, it falls, it has highs, it falls, it highs, falls, and then highs again. We'll see. It looks like it's been falling a lot. Maybe the stock is bottomed out. Maybe it's going to be heading up a little bit more towards its highs. That's PAYC. Next stock for the best performance stocks in the S&P 500 was ticker symbol CZR, Caesars. Okay, as you can see, Caesars was up a little more than 5% today. It gave a little back in the after hours market. It's actually down 4% in the past year. So this stock is underperforming the S&P 500 and the stock market. But it is up 747% the past 5 years. Obviously, this stock didn't do much from 2017 through all the way to almost through 2020, right? This stock did not really make any moves for about almost 4 years. So you can see the past 2 years is when the stock is really making a move. Have you missed the move? I would say no. You can see the highs are way up here at 118, and this stock is all the way down to 75, and it's actually negative the past year. So maybe you may have missed the move. Not a stock that I'm probably going to get into, and it does not pay a dividend. And the last stock we're going to go over for the best performance stocks in the S&P 500 is ticker symbol BBY. BBY, as you can see, Best Buy was up a little more than 5%, and gave back a little more than 0.5%. So it was a little up a little more than 4% today. Best Buy is actually down 12% the past year. You can see this stock topped out November 22nd, 2021, and just dropped like a rock, I guess. It's down 12% the past year. Probably not a stock for me. It's up 133% the past 5 years. So if you were a long-term investor, you have made money in this stock. It pays almost a 3% dividend. That's a pretty strong move, right? That's a pretty strong move. A 3% dividend for a stock like this. It's actually up this past month, and you can see the bottom happened around, I don't know if this is the bottom, $94, right? If you're looking for a number to get in around this stock, you probably want to get that $94 mark. The next $6, if it can hold above that $94 mark, it's probably a good investment for you. Yeah, so those were the 5 best performance stocks in the S&P 500. As I mentioned, the S&P 500 was up 12 points today. S&P 500 currently trades at 4,410. Obviously, it's a good sign that the S&P 500 traded and stayed above that 4,400 mark. You want to keep an eye on that 4,400 mark. We were trading, I think, as low as 4,200. Some bulls in the market have the S&P year-end target of a 5,100 mark. So that's like 600 points to the high. And then to the low, who knows what the low is. The lows could be like 3,900. Now we're going to go over the last 5 stocks for the stocks of the day for January 24th, 2022. We're going to go over 5 stocks for the NASDAQ 100. The NASDAQ 100 was up 86 points today. First stock we're going to go over is Peloton. Peloton was up almost 10% today. That's an interesting move. For the past week, it's actually still down 3%. So this stock was down like 15%. It's actually still down 22% for the month, 68% for the past 3 months, 81. Oh, we got to actually get off this chart. It's actually pretty bad. This stock does not pay a dividend. This stock is probably the ugliest chart we've ever seen. It's actually still up 6% the past 5 years. That's interesting. But it's down 81% for the past year. So if you bought this stock last year on this date, today you're down 81% in your money. So that's not a stock you probably want to look at too long term. Next stock for best performance stocks in the NASDAQ 100 was ticker symbol DDOG, Datadog. As you can see, Datadog was up a little more than 8.88% today. Gave a tiny back in the after hours market. For the past year, Datadog is up 27%, so it's outperforming the NASDAQ 100. I believe that NASDAQ 100 was only up like 14% last year, so this stock has almost doubled the NASDAQ 100. And for the past 5 years, this stock is pretty interesting. It IPO'd recently in 2019, and it's up 136%. You can see clearly there was a top around that November date that we discussed earlier. That price was $196. So it's currently trading about $60 off of its highs. You want to keep an eye on that. It does not pay a dividend. But ticker symbol DDOG, probably want to keep an eye on that 196 number. Next stock for the best performance stocks for the NASDAQ 100 is ticker symbol TEAM. As you can see, TEAM was up a little more than 6% today. It did not give any of that back in the after hours market. That's a great sign. It's up 25% the past year. That's not bad. Wow. This stock is up 980% the past 5 years. This stock is like an extreme bull, but the highs was around $458. You want to keep an eye on that price. That's $158 from where we're at right now. This stock does not pay a dividend, but you probably want to keep an eye on this stock if you're a long-term investor. As you can see, this stock is up 980% the past 5 years. So obviously, if you're a long-term investor, you know, if it could gain another 980% the next 5 years, you probably want to be in a stock like this if you're a long-term investor. Next stock is ticker symbol SPLK, Splunk. I think that's how you pronounce it, Splunk. Splunk was up a little more than 5%. It gave a little more than half of a percent back in the after hours market. Wow, Splunk. SPLK is actually down 30% the past year. That's one of the ugliest charts we've seen today. But it's actually still up 124% the past 5 years. You can see the highs happened in 2020. It was around August 28, 2020. That price was $220. It's about $100 off of the high. It's currently trading at $120. So it's about $100 off of its high. It does not pay a dividend. And the last stock we're going to go over for the best performance stocks in the NASDAQ 100 today is ticker symbol TMUS, T-Mobile. As you can see, T-Mobile was up a little more than 4%, almost 5% today. It did not give any of that back in the after hours market. That's a good sign. But this chart is down 18% the past year, almost 19% the past year. Maybe it may have bottomed out. You could see, but it is still up 75% the past 5 years. That's a pretty strong bull market. If you're looking for the highs happened around July of last year, July 16th, around 149. So this stock is about $43 off of its highs if you want to keep an eye on that number, that 149 mark for this stock. And it does not pay a dividend, unfortunately. So those were five, excuse me, those were five of the best performing stocks in the NASDAQ 100. As I mentioned, the NASDAQ 100 currently was up 86 points today. It currently trades at 13,855. Obviously, you want to keep an eye on that 13,000 mark. If we can continue 86 point plus days, maybe we could even hit 14,000 and then try to look at trying to get towards 15,000. So a crazy day for the stock market. As I mentioned, when we woke up the first couple trading hours, we were really, really negative. I mean, the Dow Jones was down 1,100 points. So we saw a 1,200 point move today. I think that's maybe even like 5% move in the Dow Jones today. The Dow Jones was plus 99 points. The S&P 500 was plus 12 points. The NASDAQ 100 was plus 86 points. I'm Jason Robinhood. Did you discover any new stocks in this video? Do you have any great performing stocks in your portfolio you would like to recommend to myself or the other viewers of this video? I'm Jason Robinhood. These were the stocks of the day for Monday, January 24th, 2022. Stay long in the stock market.